Normally in New England, the sports landscape is dominated by the Boston Red Sox, the Celtics, and the Patriots. Today, it's NASCAR's turn to come front and center.
Friday, we had a car that was very fast on the speed charts, and then we crashed it right before I was about to make a qualifying run.
Wrecking the backup car on Friday was disheartening.
My crew buckled down, got the motor changed out of that car and into the backup car before qualifying started. That allowed us to keep our qualifying spot on Friday, and with a top 10 run, we didn't have to start in the rear.
Got a good chance today. Let's make the most of it.
Fans are on their feet on a perfect afternoon for NASCAR.
Green, green, green.
And Hamlin gets a real good roll through the center of the corner, and he's right to the back bumper of Kyle Busch.
Bottom of 3, still 3. One outside, half a lane out. Nice work, in line.
I could see the field flipping back and forth. There's a lot of cars in the lead lap.
Pit road's open. Follow.
He said follow him, and I didn't know who him was, so I assumed that it meant to pit.
Wheels, what does follow mean? I was trying to follow leaders and saw them peeling off.
I had a little bit of miscommunication, but fortunately Denny can read my mind.
Even though we gave up a few stage points in the first stage, it was the right call to put us in position to win the race at the end.
Martin Truex Jr. is a stage winner as he takes the green and white checkered flag.
P9 there, nice work. Pit's gonna be open here, staying out. You ready? Green.
Car in stage 2 was pretty good. Denny didn't have a whole lot of complaints most of the day. Drove really well. He could race it and pass guys. Top 3 lap times, and I knew we could, compete. We had to make sure we executed.
In stage 2, it was apparent that we were going to have to chase the 78. The 18 and myself, I felt like we're pretty close. He was maybe a little bit better than I was midway through a run, but I needed, those guys to falter for us to, to win the race.
Kyle Busch will win stage number 2. Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick hangs on, gets third.
Your second to last lap was hoping to see. So the best guys come in there and clean air. Bring it to us, 4 tires.
Race leader Kyle Busch, a bit of a slow pit stop. He got 4 tires, no adjustments.
+1 for Denny Hamlin. He's the new leader.
Once we had track position, my car was driving extremely well and doing everything that it should do to be fast.
We had a really good car, but ultimately we know there's, 1 or 2 cars that are just got a little bit more speed than we got.
2 wide in your mirror, 1 back.
Martin Truex is closing the gap between he and the leader, Denny Hamlin.
But Truex looks like he's about to take the lead again.
Honestly, the 78 and 18 were the fastest cars.
When I saw how fast the 78 was and had issues,
Truex is in trouble.
I thought, this is our opportunity to capitalize.
P4 right here, P4. Good steady pace all the way to the end.
Trouble turn 2. Casey Kane gets into Ryan Newman.
What do you think about 2 versus 4 here? Whatever you think. 4 tires. 20 took right sides there. Looks like the 88 might have stayed out there. That would put us P4. Something happened to 18 there? Too fast.
It's hard to predict other guys' minds. You had 1 car stay out, you had 1 car take 2. I knew our best chance for getting the most points we could for the day was to play it safe and give them a good sound car to go race these guys hard with.
Should be a 35 lap shootout. Reset all your tools, let's go to work.
I knew when we came out 4th on 4 tires, we were in a pretty good position.
Green flag in the air. Junior gets the jump. Right behind him, it's Denny Hamlin and Kinsen.
Appeared to be a relatively slow restart. Matt Kinsen flashes by Earnhardt Jr.
Just the 88. It's your door. Bumper clear.
We have Kenseth leading down into turn 3. JGR teammates up front right now. They've got control of the race.
Denny Hamlin diving underneath Matt Kenseth coming out of turn 4. Denny Hamlin, the new race leader here. Kenseth is second, Kyle Larson third.
I knew it was important for me to make the biggest gap that I could, and so I ran as hard as I could for 10 laps, formed about a 2.5 second lead, and saw Larson get to second, and I knew, okay, this is the point where I need to manage my gap from here to the end.
Denny Hamlin makes one little mistake, and it's going to cost him the race at New Hampshire. He now runs up on 2 lap cars. He'll thread the needle between 2 lap cars to try to stay out in front of Larson.
There was one time we had to go 3 wide through the middle, and that was a crucial moment for us. If we got held up there at all, Larson was going to be right to us.
White flag, 1 more.
Final circuit around this racetrack. Kyle trying to catch him.
Larson now closes it down to 3 car lengths, making 2 car lengths down the backstretch. stretch. Denny Hamlin trying to hold on to a win.
You're all clear. He will not get there. Yes, sir, DH. That's what I'm talking about. Nice work, guys.
The drought is over for Denny Hamlin and Joe Gibbs Racing. They get their first wins of 2017.
Backup car for the win. Well done, gentlemen. You worked your off this year and this weekend. Appreciate you. Thank you, team. Great job.
You want to say you think you win every week, especially with Denny Hamlin and JGR, but we know we've been a little bit off, all year. Winning that race definitely felt like relief.
You definitely are antsy to get the first victory for the team, and we've been knocking on the door now for a couple months. I feel like we've been getting better as an organization. Now we can set our sights on the playoffs and figure out what we need to do, to get a little bit faster and compete for a championship.